We just got some huge casting news for the upcoming Marvel MODOK series, which will be debuting on Hulu May 21st. And this is some insane news because they just did a panel for, I believe it was WonderCon. It was a virtual thing you can watch on YouTube. I might even link it in the description. If I remember to. But there was some huge casting announcements with like guest stars and stuff. So let's go ahead and break this stuff down. So, first of all, we are going to be having the supervillain Angar the Screamer, and I have never heard of this character before. I literally have no idea who this character is, and they said, like, we'll be using, like, A-list characters, but also, like, C-list characters, D-list characters, and this is definitely a D-list character, but he's going to be voiced by Bill Hader, and Bill Hader's awesome. I love a lot of his work, and he's also going to be voicing the leader in this series as well, which is going to be awesome because the leader, he's a great villain. He really doesn't, get that much time to shine, honestly. Like, I'd love to see him in live action sometime. We'll see if that ever happens. But of course, he is a classic Hulk villain, and sure, it's going to be weird hearing Bill Hader's voice come out of the leader's mouth, but it's also going to be hilarious, so I'm super excited for that. Then we also have the character of Pound Cakes, who is another character I've never heard of before, but she is going to be voiced by Whoopi Goldberg, another talented superstar celebrity, which is awesome to see that she's going to be part of this series, so that is awesome. Then also, we're going to be seeing Iron Man in this series, and no, it's not going to be Robert Downey Jr. voicing him, because this is not at all connected to the MCU, but the actor playing Iron Man in this series is John Hamm, which is awesome. I think actually, like, he was actually up for the role of Iron Man at one point. I don't know for sure, but I feel like that's something I've read before, but now he's going to be voicing the character in this series, which is awesome because MODOK is a classic Iron Man villain, so cool to see that character is being included here. But then, probably the coolest thing here is that we're going to be seeing Wonder Man, which is another great Marvel character that you never really see that much in animation, in movies or anything. So I'd love to see him in the MCU sometime, and speaking of that, I'll talk about that in a second, but he's going to be voiced by Nathan Fillion, who's great. I love Nathan Fillion. Of course, we'll be seeing him in the Suicide Squad coming up, and also he's done superhero voice work before. He voiced Green Lantern in a bunch of DC animated movies. But the coolest part about this is the fact that he's voicing Wonder Man, because Nathan Fillion is technically Wonder Man in the MCU, because there was a cameo scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 that was unfortunately cut out of the movie, but it is still canon, where there was like a shot of a movie theater that showed a bunch of posters of Nathan Fillion as Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, because Simon Williams is an actor. So in the MCU, Nathan Fillion is Wonder Man, and I really hope that we actually get to see him become Wonder Man someday. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but even if it doesn't, we're getting to see him as Wonder Man in this series, which is just absolutely awesome. So I love that. That's cool. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on these castings of all these various characters. We got the super D-list characters of Angar the Screamer,